Hi everybody, it is Monday, September 28th, and this is my week 6 update. I weighed in this morning at 285.6. So this week I lost a total of 7.4 pounds. That is huge. As some of you may recall, last week I didn't lose anything at all. The scale completely stayed the same. So this week I lost 7.4. What that means is I reached my first milestone, which was to get past that 290 mark. So I'm working now on my second milestone, which is 280. And I'm roughly about 5.6 pounds away, obviously, give or take. And that means I've also lost a total of 20 pounds. I had a pretty good week. Some of my accomplishments include I did get to the gym 3 times this week. I worked on the arc trainer again. I increased my resistance, and I increased also the incline in which that you can use it. So obviously I'm getting stronger and getting more of a workout each time. I'm losing roughly about 550 calories per workout, give or take, and I'm working obviously to increase that. The days I didn't get to the gym, because I had planned to get 4 days this week, I was still very active. We went for a lot of walks, we did a lot of outdoor activities, so I'm very proud of that we were active obviously on all of the other days. I still haven't had any soda. I did reach almost the requirement for my water. I'm almost there. What has helped a lot has been a comment that I did receive, which is to start drinking your water first thing in the morning when you wake up. So that's what I'm doing now. I get up, I have roughly about a quarter to a half a bottle of water right when I get up, and then kind of just sit on it until the middle of the day, and then I start my second bottle. It's always the end of the day that I start to get a little bit lazy and I don't finish it, which I should. I don't know why I just don't do that, but I don't know. We're getting there. I'm getting there. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to reach it this week, which I'll get into shortly. I did still have over 6 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, so I'm very proud of that. I'm continuing to do that. I did fight off quite a bit of temptations and cravings this week. This past weekend we went to a fall festival where we did a lot of apple picking, and obviously there were pumpkins, and there was a lot of food everywhere. So barbecues and donuts and cider and candy, anything really that you can think of. I mean, it was just food everywhere. And throughout the entire visit there, I just had all of this internal dialogue going on, where there was just a little voice in my head saying, hey, you can have a donut, apple cider donuts, and specifically were what I had my eye on. You can have one donut, nothing's gonna happen, just have the one donut, or choose something that you would like so you can enjoy yourself, and that would be it. But I decided, after kind of mulling this over for quite a bit of time, I decided that it's just not something that I want to do, that I'm ready to do, that I can trust myself to do, to indulge slightly. Saying that though, at some point I know that I will have a donut again. It's not something that I'm going to deprive myself of, but at this point, when I'm working on this and I'm in this now, I'm just not ready. I know myself to know that just indulging a little bit will result in behavior that just escalates over time. So I was very proud of myself that I at least thought about it. I didn't just do it. And I guess the other thing too is to learn how to enjoy yourself without food, which is a big one for me. That was when we were going there, so I was thinking, in the past, we would have eaten a lot, and basically the entire activity would have revolved around food. And at this point, it's just not that way anymore. We're eating for health reasons, not necessarily for pleasure. Even though that I do enjoy what I eat now, but I mean, I hope you understand what I mean. Anyway, so learning, it's just learning to enjoy activities for the activity rather than necessarily it being all about food. So some of the things that I'm not too happy with this week, I really don't have a lot because I am very proud of the fact that I've lost this weight this week and I had a good week overall, but I am still slightly short on that water intake, so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to reach it this week. I did plan on getting to the gym 4 times this week, but I got there 3. Circumstances didn't allow me to get there. We were there. I mentioned that we have a baby, a 3-month-old baby, and my partner and I kind of like when we get there, we'll rotate who goes in the gym first and the other one stays in the car with the baby, and then the other one will come back and the other one will go work out. So we kind of like take turns. And while he went in to work out, and while he was working out, the baby was screaming and unhappy, and he just didn't want to have anything to do with the car seat and just wanted to go home. I knew that he wanted to go home. And sure, I could have, I guess, just given him to Kurt and then he would have taken care of him, but just going in there knowing that he was as upset as he was just didn't seem like the right thing to do at the time. So we came home and he had a good nap and everything was fine, but it was just it just happened that way. So so it's not anything really necessary that I can control, but like I said, we were very active the other days. So some of my goals this week include tracking more diligently. I'm still a little messy here and there. It's important for me to be tracking not only for the sake of being accountable for what I eat, but also coming up with new ideas of things to eat. You know, I kind of just start putting things together. So I get a little lazy here and there with that, so I'm going to really work on cleaning that up. I also want to continue drinking water. I'm going to get to the gym 4 times again this week. So I went today, today is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So that leaves Saturday for something fun. My item of the week this week is a little bit different. It's not an item, it's actually a recipe. As I mentioned, we went apple picking this week, so we got a bunch of apples, and we're like wondering, what do we do with the apples? We're obviously eating apples all the time. But I came up with it, I actually didn't come up with it, but my mother made for us a dessert back in the day where she would bake apples and put jam inside. And so I Googled it to kind of figure out, if a recipe like this exists, because it was kind of foggy in my mind. And I did find out that there is an actual recipe, so I wanted to share it with you, so maybe you could try it out as well. So basically what it is you take an apple, and I brought one here to show you. So you take an apple, you cut the bottom of it, you cut the top of it, and then you take out the core, so you can see. So in the core, you'll fill anything really that you would like. I put like 2 tablespoons of jam that's natural, low sugar, that I could find at the store, but you can put anything. You can put applesauce, obviously, anything really that you would like. And then what you'll do is you'll stick the top and the bottom back on. I'm sorry, not the top, the bottom back on, and you'll put it in the oven at about 350 for about 45 minutes. What you want it to get really soft and kind of like applesauce. So it just, as it keeps baking, it just gets softer and softer and softer. So if at the 45 minute mark you see that it's still not necessarily soft, you can just stick it in there for another 10 minutes or so. This is not my recipe, it's not a new recipe, it's been there. If you go online, you can see that there are an infinite amount of varieties of ways to do this, and what you can put in there and how you bake it and all of this. But it is an idea anyway for you to try. It's a great dessert at the end of the day. It's sweet. It's an apple, which is good for you. And then the little bit of jam or preserves that you put inside are relatively harmless, and you can of course make your own if you're ambitious enough to do so. We didn't get a chance to do so this year, but if you make your own, that's even better. That way you can control what's in it as far as the sugar and stuff. But anyway, I'm curious what kind of recipes you have. Considering apples are in season, we have all of these apples, so if you have a recipe you'd like to share, please do so in the comments below. What else? I think that's it. I think I'm ready for my Body Shot, so here we go. I should say that I feel a little bit like my clothes don't feel loose, but when I put them on, they're not tight. So I feel like my body's changing a little bit, but I guess we'll see with time. So here we go. I'm going to put a picture of the apple that I made yesterday at the end of the video for you to check out. But I think other than that, that's pretty much it. So good luck, stay strong, and I'll see you next week. Bye!